This is my analysis paper presentation. Thank you, Dr. Su, for the opportunity to be able to do this online, to be able to explore and explore more technology in doing this presentation. Thank you very much. Yes, the course title is CEE 525 Issues and Trends in Early or Elementary Education. Instructor, Dr. Su. Yes, going forward, I would be presenting on integrating analysis of irrelevant issues, integrating STEAM in elementary science education. So there, we look at current knowledge of STEAM education, STEAM integration, research insight on STEAM integration, importance of STEAM uh, for elementary students, plan of action for enhancing STEAM in teaching, enhancing classroom practices using fake news, cultural relevant pedagogy, and gender gap awareness. Then conclusion and references. These are everything that is embedded in this presentation. So going forward, analysis of relevant issues integrating STEAM in elementary science education. Yes, the acronym STEAM means science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Yes, over time, researches have shown that everything in STEM is needed for a balanced individual. However, the act of creativity was left out. So there needs to have heart that has to do with designing, creativity, innovation, and many more. So incorporation into elementary classroom is that is, incorporating STEAM into elementary classroom is one of the biggest trends in education right now. Yes, this is supposed to promote creativity. I've spoken about that, but also critical thinking and problem solving, which are all skills needed to prepare students for 21st century. This was by Bybee 2013. So as an elementary school teacher, the STEAM trend encompasses exactly what I do in my daily life and the need for our students to have inquiry-based learning environment. Yes, the environment and everything a child or an individual needs to to excel must be provided in the environment. This is why STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art and math, instruction and education is compulsory for students to be exposed to. And we should not forget that we must do what? We must catch them young. So going further, let us look at the current knowledge of STEAM integration. What I know now is STEAM education is STEM evolve. Yes, I've spoken about that the integration of art. Over time, we have science, technology, engineering, and math. So the incorporation of art is for a well-rounded learning experience. Integrating it into science classroom can also provide a concrete reference for sometimes abstract scientific concept and strengthening students' creative problem-solving skills. Yes, the introduction of art will help to concretize things, will help in designing, will help in innovating things through the art. That is what that is saying. So then we move to research insight on STEAM integration. So research is full of articles highlighting the creative potential of STEAM education. According to Yakman 2008, STEAM bridge theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge. STEAM is the bridge between childhood and adult learning. This means STEAM can make the science more accessible for young children. Likewise, Bequet and Bequet 2012 also highlight the value of the heart in scientific investigation and state that the heart helps students to envision, design, and create new ideas and solutions. I've spoken about that the art helps to design, it helps to innovate, to concretize things. So going forward, importance of STEAM for elementary students. For elementary students, STEAM is so important because it develops curiosity. Yes, because when you expose them to experiment, practical, mix water, plant a seed, let's see how it germinates. A lot of things are being done. So it makes a child to be curious, to wanting to know more, to wanting to know why things happen, why one experiment brings one result. So integrated STEM and art for education, ISTAEE, in early childhood education contribute to better learning and engagement. Yes, students will be more engaged when STEM education, when STEM education environment is adequately provided and is accessible. And one of the good things about early childhood education is that the environment propel a child to develop into a well-rounded adult. So, plan of action for enhancing STEM education. I have to just list and say this: professional development, curriculum design, collaborative learning, feedback and assessment, community engagement. Then moving forward, enhancing classroom practices using fake news, culturally relevant pedagogy and gender gap awareness. By applying research in areas such as fake news literacy, culturally relevant pedagogy, and the gender gap, I can greatly improve my classroom practices. Example of fake news: teach students how to assess the credibility of information they find on the internet and how to separate fact from fiction. This skill is essential in an age of information overload and is consistent with goals of science literacy. This is according to Winsburg et al. 2016. So, culturally relevant pedagogy, this has gained ground in the United States, where a teacher has to consider the culture of children or students in his or her care. So, I will tailor my lesson to student cultural backgrounds, make science relatable and meaningful. For example, asking students to do science projects related to local environmental problems can connect what they learn in school to their own community. The community at which a child develop is very important, and that is the reason why every instruction given at the elementary and early childhood education must be developmentally appropriate. DAP. So, gender gap acknowledged. Gender gap acknowledged. I would design an inclusive space with equitable participation in mind. The learners of all genders feel confident in STEAM activities. So going forward, conclusion. So STEAM education focuses on integrating disciplines into elementary science education and is such a transformative trend that aligns with my dream to create lessons that are engaging, equitable, and inquiry-driven. According to research, I can create a classroom where students across the spectrum gelled by using culturally relevant pedagogy. That is, I will have to factor in the culture at which each child exists. So in planning my lesson, gel means that children come together collaboratively to doing things, to gain knowledge together. Addressing the gender gap and meeting students where they are. This action plan will help me maintain innovative and 21st century learner-centric teaching practices. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Su, for taking this course with us. I really enjoyed the course, the content, and it has exposed me to knowledge about STEM generally, the gender gap in STEM. A lot have been learned from this course. Thank you very much.